Hey, what's going on YouTube? In this video, we're going to talk about pre-trip inspection. So, if that's not something that interests you, stay till the end. I'm going to simplify it the best way I can. So yeah, stay till the end, and I'll see you on the other side. Alright, welcome back. This is Abdiel Zamora. For any of you that just barely came across my channel, in this channel we are definitely talking about trucking, particularly about the journey that I'm getting myself into in trucking. We'll be making videos about my whole entire journey from start, and my ultimate goal is to start an actual authority at one point in time. So let's talk about pre-trip. So right here I got a couple of study guides that I was given. And in here I also have more information about pre-trips. But I think overall what really helped me was this paper right here. The way that they explained it to me was, regardless of the name of the component you're going to mention, so whether it's in the engine, whether it's your braking components, your steering components, suspension, your coupling system, your trailer, whatever component you're going to talk about, there's an abbreviation that you need to memorize. It's called PMS. So I don't know how to express myself right now, but you literally have to remember this. As soon as, like, let's say you talk about the radiator, I point out the radiator and I say, here's the radiator, PMS. It's properly mounted and secure. That's what PMS stands for. So it doesn't matter what part you're talking about. As soon as you mention the part's name, you have to say it's properly mounted and secured. So please remember that. If you can do it in a way where it's a pattern, a specific pattern every single time, you're not gonna forget. It's gonna be that much easier to memorize what you have to memorize and to say what you need to say in order for you to successfully pass the pre-trip inspection. After you mention the PMS, you have to either say, I'm gonna give you 4 different abbreviations that you have to memorize, okay? And it's very easy. It's either CBB, and write it down. That stands for cracked, bent, or broken. ABCL stands for abrased, bulged, or cut. And the L, you have to say, and it's not leaking. WTF, I know what you're thinking, no, it's not that. WTF is worn, torn, or frayed. And for that you have to say it when it comes to like like the drive belts and stuff like that, or any rubber components that don't have like air and stuff like that, like your rubber grommets and stuff like that. And then CBM is for any of your lighting components. So your side markers, your headlights, they're not cracked, bent, or missing. Cracked, bent, or missing. It's almost like CBB, but CBM. So anyways, as soon as you mention the part, engine air duct, it's properly mounted and secure. Depending on which air duct you're talking about, some of them are rubber, some of them are a hard metal, Some of them have a little bit of both. In the vehicles that we're on, that we are studying on, they have part metal and they have some rubber sections. So I have to say both of them. I have to say this engine air duct is properly mounted and secured. It's not cracked, bent, or broken. And it's not abrased, bulged, or cut, and it's not leaking. That specific component, the air duct, engine air duct, has clamps. So you gotta talk about the clamps. You say the clamps are properly mounted and secure. They're not cracked, bent, or broken, and they're not missing. Boom. So just take with you the abbreviations for today. I know you're not gonna remember everything, especially not out of a YouTube video, but write the abbreviations down. You always have to say properly mounted and secure. And depending on the material or the component, most of them are going to be CBB. They're not cracked, bent, or broken. And if for whatever reason that metal component has any liquid, then you say, and it's not leaking. So like for example, the water pump. The water pump is actually a hard metal component. It's not cracked, bent, or broken. The water pump is properly mounted and secure. It's not cracked, bent, or broken, and it's not leaking. Boom, that's it. No more or less. Quick disclaimer. I'm out of Indiana right now in the training facility that I'm with Schneider. I know that in some states they're a little bit more strict. So don't take my word, do your own research as well. I know Cali is more strict, so they want you to say more stuff. I think for them you have to say like like the water pump is properly mounted and secure. It's not cracked, bent, or broken, and it's not leaking, and all the nuts and bolts are properly mounted and secured and not missing. So you have to talk about like the nuts and bolts and stuff like that holding the water pump in place. But again, do your own research. But in general, this is all you need to basically pass your pre-trip inspection. Properly mounted and secured, remember, PMS. Not cracked, bent, or broken, CBB. Or if it's like a like a brake line that has brake fluid, it's not abrased, bulged, or cut, and it's not leaking. If you're talking about the drive belt, it's not WTF, it's not worn, torn, or frayed. If you're talking about like the alternator, properly mounted and secured, it's not cracked, bent, or broken. And because it has electrical wires, you have to say that there's no cut or exposed wires or something like that. I think like the wires are not ripped and sticking out of the alternator, because that's what an alternator is. It has a lot of wiring inside of it. So anyways, thank you for tuning in. Please smash that like button. It definitely helps with the algorithm so that it can help me be put in front of other people. There's a lot of people out there that want a good thorough explanation of the pre-trip inspection. I believe I can explain it to a certain degree in a way where it's very easy to grasp, because that's what they did with me, and I feel very confident at this point in time. Like I feel like if I go to take my test, I would pass it. Yeah, I want to spread the word and help as many people as I can, because why not? Let's spread the love. Somebody's helping me, and I want to help somebody else as well. So please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification icon. That way when I make the other videos, you get notified right away. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you on the next one.